folks. So welcome. Hello, it's Lottie Hearn, Live with Lottie here in studio, and we're having a COVID-safe launch today of TedxDunLaoghaire 2020, and I'm just going to check and pop into the other room before I bring our founder and special guest onto the show. I've got the reminder. I've just got to make sure that I can actually open this up and here, copy the link address. This is all the fun stuff, folks. Because I've just had tech mayors, I'm wanting to make sure that this works properly. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to say hello to everybody who is able to join us here in the show today. Thank you for doing so. No, and it looks like, we haven't got sound. There we go. No. Fun is happening on the show today. Let me check my sound. We've got sound from here. I can see that moving. Can anybody hear us? Can anyone hear us out there, please? We are Benat. Hey, thank you very much. I'm going to like you, Benat. Can you hear us? This is the Tech Mayor Fun. Please do let us know if you have any sound. If not, oh, Benat, you can hear me. Oh, it's just I've got no sound myself. I wonder what is going on with that. Oh, I know why. My speakers have all of a sudden, my speakers have all of a sudden reset. So those are the sorts of fun tech mayors, as we call them in the live world, that one can have when setting up a live event. And why later on today I'll be part of, we've been doing Be Live in 5 days about when to have a producer and when you can DIY. Even as a pro live streamer, there are things that happen in self-production that you really wish wouldn't. So I can go back and say, hello, thank you, Bennett, by the way. I'm going to show you big appreciations for shouting out that you can hear me, which is wonderful. And hey to Amanda Delaney. Let's find out a bit more from Janie about Amanda very shortly. And Kira Hennigan is here saying, woot, lady. Yes, we're here. And I love Kira's comments. Tech gremlins and tech mayors. Them's what happens. And thank you, Amanda, for saying you can hear us loud and clear as well. Right. So what is happening today? We've been alluding to it. We have been suggesting it. We have been trying to pull everything together. And finding ways and means and howevers so that we can bring you TedxDunLaoghaire 2020. And I am overjoyed, super proud that we've managed to convince all of the TedxDunLaoghaire founders and our speakers, TEDx Youth, more about that shortly, but our TEDx speakers as well, the adults. Janie, we've got to come up with a different word for them. Amanda, what should we call you instead of TEDx adult speakers? Young change makers, older change makers, young at heart change makers. Let's find a new word for you today. Pop it down in the comments, please. Well, before I introduce Janie, I'm doing my live, A, the tech check, B, the housekeeping. Please do add comments and shout outs below, because the more you do that in Facebook or in YouTube, the more the bots like us and the more they actually share out our shows naturally. And without the help and support, then nothing gets shared out. So all of Facebook has changed drastically. I've been all morning between Be Live and here and Facebook getting the show sorted. So I now have in the other studio, COVID safe, we have a way, and this is going to give you a little bit of a taster how on the day, on October the 23rd, we will be having the fun, sharing the fun, and bringing the TedxDunLaoghaire party to the stage for you. So let me take the image off, hide that one there, and bring onto screen our founder, our legend, our super super duper superwoman, Janie Lazar. She says, hoping she can bring her on. Yes, there we go. Woohoo! Hey, Janie. And I think
we've done it. We've done it, Lottie.
Yes. We got there.
Brilliant.
We got there. Thank you, Janie, for bringing the TED. That's our TedxDunLaoghaire official poster behind us here today. So, Janie, official launch day. Let's start off, Janie. This is Janie Lazar, our founder, and we are doing our TEDx ideas worth spreading. And our hashtag for this year is TedxDL20. So for anybody sharing this now, please make sure you use that hashtag over there while Janie tells us all about what's happening, what are we going to be doing. I've alluded to things, but tell us more about what's been going on with COVID year in 2020 and TedxDunLaoghaire.
Well, it's one of those weird things, Lottie. It's changing by the day. And obviously what we want is for everyone to be as safe as possible, because, you know, these are challenging times, but at the same time, we like a challenge and we know what amazing speakers we've got. And if you like, the fun that the journey is. So what's been happening? Well, we've been coaching both the, let's call them young change makers and change makers at heart until we get another name for adult, because really the young change makers
at heart. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to put it up on the screen.
You know, we are all change makers at heart. We're evolving all the time. We're work in progress, and that's what we see with all of our speakers. It's something you can have a good speaker, but to be a great speaker, when people work with each other, we bring out the best in each other, and that's really what it's been about. So what are we doing? We're coaching, as I say, both groups. It's collaborative coaching. We're also trying our best to make sure that we can film safely and within the guidelines, because, you know, as well, we've got a few vulnerable people in it, myself included, and, you know, we just don't want to take any risks, and we won't take any risks. But the talks are going to be just very, very special this year. A big mix of people across the students and also the change makers at heart. I'm just looking there, you always include mentor coaching for speakers. One of the things that we have got going, and it's working really well for the second consecutive year, is that we have young speakers from the first year, the very first year, 2018. They came back last year and helped with the young change makers, and they're back this year again. Lauren and Neve are back for the second consecutive year, and they'll be meeting our change makers at heart, I'm not going to say adults, on Sunday. And we have a great venue. It's a massive venue in Sandyford. One of my friends has very kindly allowed us use of her space. It's called Curated, excuse me. And it's a massive interior showroom. So everyone can be masked, safely distanced, but still be able to engage in the coaching process. So that's where we're at. What else can I tell you? Give me a prompt, Lottie, because my brain is bursting, absolutely bursting. What else can I tell you?
While I unmute myself and avoid doing a Lottie, as the live world says, I know, Janie, that while popping up the young change makers, young change makers at heart, I love that. That one of the questions that most people are asking is, have we got the list of the adult speakers? Because I know I've got a video that I pre-recorded with Sue to tell us a bit more information about the young change makers and the TEDx youth speakers. So can you tell us, Janie, a bit more about the young at heart change makers, so our adult speakers, and let us know what sort of topics they're going to be covering, and if you can announce any names, have you got the list with you? That would be super, and I will try and type in the background for you madly.
Okay, we've got a real cross section this year, and goodness, I can't really talk about too much about the topics at the moment, But the type of people that we've got involved, they are change makers in their own right. They are all extremely, I say, influential in the work that they do. They make change happen in their own fields. I'm just looking. Angus Kelly is a human rights lawyer. At the moment, he's overseas. He'll be safely self-isolating before he comes back for coaching and filming. We have Judith Ashton has done a huge amount of work in the end of life field, in the area of human touch, because that's one of the things that I think we're suffering from at the moment, the lack of the human touch and the connection. We have Shari McDade, CEO, she's just recently retired, but still doing consultancy work, has been a very prominent figure in the area of mental health. So really getting to grips with, if you like, conscious leadership. And as she says herself, her journey has been an accidental one to CEO. So that's Shari. Chloe Carey. Chloe is one of our youngest speakers in this category, and she is a performance poet. So she's studying at Maynooth University, but has an amazing piece that she wrote and I saw performed. And what I want to do is bring her into this area because it's all about body shaming. So it's a message for all age groups. I'm just looking here at the list. Billy O'Reilly. Billy and his family founded Good Grub. But it's not the story of Good Grub. It's Billy's story of how he got to this stage. And if you like, where the seeds were sown for Good Grub. Goodness, Amanda Delaney. So we're formally announcing you. And I'm deliberately not going to give any information on Amanda's talk because it's very, like all of the stories are personal. But Amanda's journey has been a challenging one. And everyone has seen her tremendous growth in really the last 3 years. I've watched Amanda and so admire what she has done and the way she endlessly gives back to people in her tribe. Dee Kyo. Dee is based in Ballybunion and works with many different groups. She started her career with Force and then has worked with different women's networks in Kerry and has changed people's lives. One of the things that she has been recognised for recently has been her work and contribution towards the STEPS programme. Again, her story, you have to wait for that one. Let me see who else. Berginald Rash, an amazing guy, a musician, but also a change maker in his own right. How he's going to tell his story is evolving as we speak. It's a very important message that he's giving out. Let me see. Owen Costello, as we would know from Dunleary, and coming at, why everyone should care about the digital space, but also what it's given him. So we have Angus, we have Owen, we have Billy, Amanda, Dee, Judith, Shari, Chloe, and then Alan Edge. Alan Edge is an interesting guy. He, in the last year, stepped up to be an independent counsellor and is a great supporter, like myself, a humanist at heart, but does so much work in the local community. And as I said to him the other week, as an independent counsellor, if you don't know why you care and why you're doing what you're doing, why should we? So his story is unfolding and it's going to be an amazing talk as well. So that they're all of our speakers. All very different. And the amazing thing has been seeing how they've come together, helped each other collaborate, and are helping each other develop their talks. Lottie, it's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Their details will go up on the website as well. So I hope that's given you a flavour. All very different. all very different.
Janie, the whole concept of TEDx and creating and curating and founding, as you did a couple of years ago, TedxDunLaoghaire. I'm waiting to see how the deaf captions put this up, because it's been TEDx done DUNELEERY, but we'll spell. I'm trying to get for any of our deaf speakers from last year in our deaf community. Thank you for joining us today. We really do appreciate you very, very much. And I am still working, Jojo, to get the deaf captions working on all of our live streams. And we will be working for our live event 2020. Janie, I know with Staunton Media, our pro video team, we're making sure that every talk this year has captions before it even goes to TEDx, because I know that's important to you. And I know that these ideas worth spreading in 2020, they are from the heart. And so tell us, because I know I've got some comments here from Amanda. Amanda's there. Bless you, Amanda Delaney. We can and we will. Butterflies in her tummy. Oh, Janie, what's that you're holding up? Tell us about that, Janie. And
I just want to show this because it's a little bit, I'm not used to using this. There we are. This is the TEDx Award, and it's a little bit like our Oscars. You know, people get a big kick out of this. It's made locally by Snow Studios, and it really is our version of the Oscars. And each of the speakers gets one of these, and we have a separate award for the young change makers. But it just means it's something. It's small. It can flat pack. The little X comes out, so you can take it on your travels. But it's just a small token to say, actually, you've made a big difference by joining with us in TedxDunLaoghaire. And Lottie Hearn, me in particular, there is one for you, because it's going the wrong way. It's going the wrong way.
Just under your chin, Janie, or on the right-hand side. Hold it up.
I'm trying to pass it over virtually to you.
Your right-hand side. Hold it up by your head on your right-hand side. Now turn it towards the camera, because this is the coaching, folks, that we're going to be doing. So now people can see it over there, high lit, and now you can pass it over and virtually through the other way, the other side, to your left, because I am on your left on screen. And I wish that this is where I should be able to be doing this.
I know.
That's the X.
But Lottie, we are good at face-to-face. We have managed so far, but COVID has really turned things upside down. And without your help this year, because you're going to be coaching us on how to do all the twiddly bits behind the scenes, how to be much better on camera, because I don't really enjoy it, you know that. And without your help.
And Amanda, I can see that Amanda's just posted up here. I thank you for sharing all your comments. I'm posting up the comments as we go, Janie. And Amanda's saying, I'm all teary again, Janie Lazar. Amanda, I'm there with you. And Amanda, you are a live stream superstar as well with We Can and We Will. So I will be doing that to you to help out. Maybe Catherine Dunphy is also in the room, and she was saying earlier, so exciting, you guys. Catherine, actually, in the interview we did last week, she had her little TEDx award up in her studio office as well. So everybody who's speaking this year gets one of those. Now, we're going to be a little bit longer than half hour today, folks, because I do want to, in a moment, play the recording of the video we did with Sue and hear a bit more about what's happening with that. But thank you, Amanda, for saying, ladies, you're doing wonderful. Thank you, Amanda. I can't wait to hear your ideas worth spreading and your story well worth sharing, because I do know about your story, and We Can and We Will is a fantastic community group. So thank you. And we will, Janie, be doing this with each of those speakers that you've mentioned today, and the next Fridays at this time, we are going to have a Meet the Speaker session. Now, next week, we are going to have, as you mentioned, Berginald Rash And the wonderful Catherine Dunphy is going to be, she's saying, look, about her award, Pride of Place, love my award. Now, Catherine Dunphy, because she was a speaker last year and she regularly got video bombed, we want to do these series of Fridays before Friday the 23rd. They may be individual interviews. They may be a couple of people being interviewed at the same time. But I want to make sure it's not all just me for once. So, Janie, you may get roped in to do an interview or two along the way, but Catherine is definitely going to do some for us. Amanda Delaney, if you fancy interviewing somebody else or self-interviewing, we know what it's like to talk to ourselves in the live stream world. It's all very normal. So the more we can get other people involved, I want this and these Friday shows to be a semi-learning to show you that it's okay to make the mistakes, but we keep going and we bring our best that we can from stage to the screen to be seen the best we possibly can with our own style of lifestyle presenting and confidence on camera. It's all about having some fun when you get here. And that's what I've been doing this week with my fellow B-livers. And Amanda's saying, oh, look, she's committed now, Janie. Absolutely, she said. So Janie, I'm gonna go now and do the video in video. Let me just see I can get it. Here we are. That's the video we did with Sue. So folks, this, as I said, these are going to be learnings for our speakers for TedxDunLaoghaire. We cannot do it without you watching, without you sharing out our hashtag. And at the end of the show, when I say in the video, back to Janie, the one thing I do want to speak about is our supporters, our mentor scheme, and the sponsorship that we are desperately going to be needing. Because right now, all of this is done through my tools, because there is sponsorship funding from our wonderful DunLaoghaire Council, of which Owen is part of, and Alan has been involved with as councillor as well. They are fabulous. So they enable us to be able to film all of you speakers, but everything else we have has been donated by sponsors. These are all my tools, but hopefully when we get around to launching tickets in the beginning of October, as we sell tickets, we can get a BeLive setting for TedxDunLaoghaire officially. We can get some official live stream tools. So if anybody knows anybody who is a tech sponsor, we're going to chat a bit more about that after the video. So Janie, don't go anywhere. You're not allowed to leave yet. No running away. And I'm going to mute you and I'm going to put Sue, the interview that I did with Sue, on solo right there, and turn you and me off. And let's see if I can play the video. Let's hear from founder Sue. Go any further with the official launch of TEDxDL 20 without bringing on screen our stupendous, phenomenal, absolutely amazing. She is the queen of eco-warriors in Ireland. She has brought sustainability projects to schools across the nation, and she has been around the world fighting for eco-warriorism all of her life. So we have been so overjoyed and lucky to be able to have Susan Adams coming on screen, involved since the very start of TEDxDunLaoghaire. So Sue, welcome.
Thank you. Yay!
Did I do you justice with the intro? Warriorism. So tell us, Janie and I have been chatting about the launch of the whole event and exactly specifics of how it's working. We're still working and playing with all of that. We may have a sound to make it a virtual summit. The video, but folks. Tell us going to start and stop again, or stop and start again, and we'll see what happens if YouTube. This is a link that we share from YouTube, by the way. And this is called video in video playing. So let me just see if I start again. Can we? Oh, no, we haven't got the sound there. I'll tell you what, Janie, what I might do, let me just bring you back on screen and bring me back on screen. Solo off on that one. Oh, Janie, are you there? Oh, and now I've lost Janie. See, these are the technical hitches and glitches, the tech mares, as I call them. All the fun of the tech mares. And let me take that one off here and see what's happened with Janie. Folks, I tell you what, I've lost everybody here now today. No, that's definitely a blank screen there for Janie. So what I'm going to do is we will wrap this up. We've been going for half an hour anyway right now. And I'm going to post that video from Sue. Janie, if you want to come in from the other studio, come and video bomb me. So you might see a video bomber in a moment. You never know. She can shout out goodbye to you or say hello to you. But this is the theme for this year. It's exploring wisdom. Janie has told you about our speakers. It will be a live virtual summit via Facebook, COVID-safe live recording. So we're doing live on stage, as long as there's no more lockdowns, live on stage to live on screen. And look, yes, the video bomber can come in if there's a video bomber outside. This is the fun of the fair that we do, folks. And I'm going to post that video that we did with Sue as a second video here. But what I said at the very beginning, that's the video I'm going to share. But the other thing I said at the very start was that we cannot do this without you there. So the poster I have here, doing a solo, these are some of our wonderful sponsors that we had last year. Much More Than Words is Janie Lazar's communications organization, her company, where she actually mentors speakers, professional speakers. Confidence on Camera, that's my side of things, helping you be the best you to screen. That is SusanAdams.ie. That's her lovely logo. Catherine, we've got the Magic of Music logo up there. Staunton Media, our video production. Trumpet, they do. That's who does all of our branding for us. And Snow, I'm pretty sure they are the lovely awards that you saw there. And then also, of course, we've got our major sponsors with the DLR Dunleary County Council, the DLR Lexicon venue. That's our lovely library. You've seen photos of me put photos up there. Media Lawyer, ProPrint, Vendexo, RBK. They are all supporters. And do you want to appear there on that list on every video, folks? Then we need your sponsor help, please, for TEDxDL 2020. We are making it a virtual summit, and we can only do that live on October the 23rd if you can help us, whether it's tech support, whether it's volunteering for some tech support to do comments and everything as the speakers are going along, or whether you have tools, finances that your company is able to, or your organization is able to share and spare for us to keep the TEDx Mentor program going and the Young Changemakers Ireland program going. That is what we are in desperate need of this year. All of the rest of us, we volunteer to do this and we love doing it. So just before I go, I love the fact Amanda has said there, yippee, I can finally tell people now, yippee, love it, Amanda, go on, off you go. And you and all of your team on Sunday, when you are being coached with Janie, are going to have to sign up which Friday that you'd like to do your Meet the Speaker with yourself or with Catherine, and I will produce them for you. Unless people know how to do it themselves, I can produce the Friday shows and help you set them up. So Amanda's just saying, I'm sure the WCWW community, that's we can and we will community will row in and help. If we can put it out to your page, sharing, Amanda, if you can do that for us, and that people can come in and comment and like, the only way to get natural Facebook posting and sharing is from comments for people doing it live. And on the 23rd, the more people we can get involved, tickets will be we're double checking right now with the schools, with the Young Changemakers Ireland, the TEDx youth team, whether we can make that public. It may just be for schools, but you never know. Hopefully, ideally, we want to do a virtual summit afternoon for the young speakers, or first of all with the young speakers and then with our lovely adult speakers afterwards. So it'll be a day of virtual summit. Not sure what ticket pricing is going to be yet. It obviously depends on how much support we can get, but it'll be very reasonable. And the more we can spread the word around the world, we want to make this the best TEDx 2020, because we want to do live and make you live live with their amazing stories. So thank you very much, Amanda. Thank you to everybody who has commented today. Absolutely. And remember, if you want to get in touch with us, you can do so. Tweet at TedxDunLaoghaire. You can Facebook at TedxDunLaoghaire. And actually, let me do the crawler on the bottom here, folks, because that's probably the easiest way. You can see these are our public Facebook group. Please do come and join us there. Subscribe there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's bit.ly/YouTube_TedxDunLaoghaire. And we'd love to have a chat, connect with you there. So that's it. I'm going to share out the other videos. Janie, hold on a second there. Let me go and see, folks. You're lucky I'm not in my pajamas. Janie, come and video bomb in here. Come and video bomb in the studio. You're very lucky I'm not in my pajamas, everybody. So we'll have a COVID safe is what we want to do. And thank you for anybody who can help us. And we're missing, I know, actually seeing all the speakers. That was all the speakers live on stage last year. Fingers crossed. With the restrictions, we can still get to film in the DLR Lexicon venue. That will be our absolute dream. And then we'll be able to live stream, and there will be sound, hopefully, next time round. Be sound next time round. Here she comes, video bombing, COVID safe. Janie can stand by the poster. Oh, and Janie, you can come and wave bye-bye. Turn the sound off. We've got double letters. Stand back by your lovely ideas worth sharing TEDx poster, Janie. And you've got the award there. So that's what people are going to get. And that is it. Sunday is the mentoring session with the adults. And we'll book you all in for a Meet the Speaker over the next few Fridays. Any last words, Janie, from you?
Just thank you to everyone for being in on the journey. Thank you to DunLaoghaire, the Enterprise Board, for always trusting us to put on a good event and bring great talks to DunLaoghaire. I mean, thank you, Owen Laverty, for the trust. Big time. And all of our other sponsors. And we're going to be hopefully even chatting to them at some point too, because without their help, without donations, we have parents of young speakers who have come forward as well, and everyone is they're just making it possible. So from my heart to yours, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
at arm's length.
There we go, at arm's length.
To Lottie.
Look, there you go. That was my one that was meant to come through the screen for me. So thank you very much to the whole TEDx team and to Janie. And we'll look forward to seeing you same time, same place, hopefully at 1:30, barring tech mares. And look forward to seeing you over the next few Fridays. But put the 23rd of October in your diary right now. Have a great weekend all. Thank you to our different communities. And we look forward to seeing you at TEDxDL 2020.